Good morning, everyone. This is Linda with Linda Soup Plants for you. What you're looking at right now is this is an Cerium that I got a few weeks back, about 2 weeks ago, I think it's been now. And I'm going to hone in on the new leaf. That dark spot is just a shadow. It's not discolored. That is the newest leaf that I got on that plant. That was the one that was real small and rolled up when I got the plant. So it didn't take long for that to grow. And I'm trying to do a follow-up for you, kind of an update actually, on a handful of my plants and what they're doing now. And that was the first one. I was very excited about that. And then this one, hopefully you can see it. That's the wire trellis that my husband made for me, so that the idea is that it grows around in a loop, in a circle. This is called Madagascar jasmine, or Hawaiian wedding ring. It's a beautiful plant when it's full. It gets gorgeous white flowers, and I can't wait for that to happen. This is all new growth. When I got it, it ended right there. So I got all this new growth just in not even 2 months. And as you can see, there's another. I keep trying to trail it to go around. And then when it gets down to the bottom, I'll just go all the way across and bring it back up again. So I'm very happy with that purchase. And then moving over to my begonias, my normal plant friends. You probably will remember when I moved all my begonias from the dining room to the living room. I did a whole video on that, I think, not too long ago. But my issue was, when I moved them here, I saw a decline in a couple of them, so I was really worried that I was going to have to do something different. But as it turned out, really the only ones that were really bad were one that I have down on the bottom that I have since moved outside. These are doing just fine, so I'm going to leave these here, I think. And then this one, I think I want to do some cuttings. I think. I'm going to wait and see how it turns out. But this one stalk here is pretty tall, and I think I want to cut that back. But I'm going to see what these other leaves down here do first, how nicely it fills out, because I don't like all this space in here. My beautiful begonia that I got from Suzette's Garden has really taken off. This thing is huge. It seems like it grows while I'm sleeping. I can't get over and the reason I want to show you is this. It's flowering. So she is doing good. And there's new growth right there. And underneath. But I don't want to try and get that because I'm afraid I'll make you all dizzy. You'll just have to trust me on that. But isn't it gorgeous? I'm going to have to probably get her in a bigger pot. And I might have to find her own stand for her, because she's going to take up this whole table. Boy, I should have such problems, hey? Okay. This plant is still hanging in there. This is my Begonia maculata woodii. I got that from Logie's. And then I found this one at Walmart like 2 weeks later. And it didn't look good where it was. I wasn't sure it was going to make it. It was awful cold. But it did. And it's, I mean, let me back up a little. Look at how beautiful it is. I'm very excited about it. And my white fusion, which you all saw. I just got this recently. In the first 2 days it wasn't doing well. And then all of a sudden it perked up. And you know, the same thing happened with my tryout star. When I first got that one, the same exact thing happened. At the first couple of days, it looked like it was dying. And then all of a sudden, it kind of like snapped out of it, and it's doing well. Okay, I'm not going through all my plants here. This is just going to be an update. This plant is my Colocasia. And it was beautiful when I got it. It had 3 very big, healthy leaves. And I got it at Lowe's for $9. Well, unfortunately, it didn't like it where I had it in my house when I got it home. So I moved it to a different spot, and it started to perk back up, but it never really came back to where it needs to be. These leaves should be 5 times the size that they are. So I am contemplating putting that out on my front porch. And those of you that know me, you know that I'm very leery about putting my indoor plants outside, but I'm going to try it one more year, even though last year I said I would never do it again because I ended up bringing in spider mites and something else. One of my plants had something else. So I really don't like to do it, but I'm just going to try it one more time. All right, and then back here, this one is, I really want you guys to see this. I know it isn't much. If I can get the light to cooperate. No. Well, let me see if I can do something different here. That right there is what I'm trying to show you, that I'm very excited about. It is a new leaf. Now you guys will remember, hopefully, this is a Colocasia ornata, I believe it's called. And it was big and beautiful when I first got it, about 2 years ago. And all of a sudden it started to decline until it was down to 1 leaf. And I believe it was Suzette. And I know you hear me talk about her a lot, but everything I say is true, and she was very helpful. She gave me the advice of putting it in a bag, and I said, well, I don't know. It's only got 1 leaf left, and I was really tired of dealing with it, but I did. I put it in a big plastic bag, and eventually I got the 2nd leaf. When I put it in there, there was 1 leaf, remember. Then I got the 2nd leaf. Well, I've now had it out of the bag for about 6 months, and I've had it on this stand with my other Calatheas. And the other day when I was watering, I noticed that I was getting a new leaf. I'm getting leaf number 3. I am so excited about that. I know it's small and it seems insignificant, but when you hear the whole story, you'll understand why I'm so happy about that. Okay. Alright, I think that's as far as updates on that wall. I think that's about it. Oh, yeah. These are my coleus. I'll bring these up. Remember how tiny it was? Just a little tiny cutting. Well, now it's about a foot tall. It needs some tending to. As you can see, I've got some dead leaves in the soil. This stuff happens, and when I'm going through a downtime with my health, my plants go through a downtime too, unfortunately. My husband does try to help when he can with the watering, but you know, that's not always possible. But anyway, so this is one of my coleus, and then I have another one down here, and you all saw me do the cuttings on both of these plants, and all I did was snip off part of the top and stick it back down in the soil, and it really could use it again because I'd like to get this all filled in there. But these I'm going to put outside. And I know they'll do okay because I always have coleus on my front porch. So I will show you that when I do my exterior video. Alright. I'm going to wander into the dining room and I'll be right with you. Okay, back in the dining room. Again, this is just going to be a quick update of a few things that I've noticed and I got excited about and wanted to share with you all. This is one of my African violets, and you can see her beautiful blooms. She's my favorite one. I lost a couple of them, and I've got one that's not doing so good right there. I'm going to give her through the summer. I might repot her. I think she might be overpotted. So I might slow that down or cut that back. But this one is very, very healthy. And she's in an east window, for those of you that might be wondering. And then that little stem that you see, or I should say big stem, is my a cutting of my Scindaptus. This is the larger leaf one. And it's very healthy. It's doing very well. And I'm getting another new leaf, so I'm excited about that. And then this one, you're probably not going to be overjoyed about, but I am very excited about it. It's getting a new leaf right here. That is my Cerium, and it's the one with the red, what do they call it? I forget. It's not your normal anthuriums that you see indoors with the real long leaves. This one is more, it's the flower that's almost like, feels like plastic. The red flamingo is what I want to say. And I had it in several different places. It just was not happy. So I decided to put it back here. I cut it back and I put it back here, and I thought, well, we'll give it some time and see what it does, if anything. And sure enough, I'm getting new growth. So that's always exciting, isn't it? Especially when you think you lost a plant. My lipstick plant, she's doing good. Okay, the other one that I wanted to update you on is my kangaroo paw fern. If you remember back when in the fall, late fall I believe, no matter what I did, this plant was dying. I thought it was dying. I've since found out it was actually going dormant, and in some cases, I guess they lose all their leaves. And I didn't know that either, so I was very disheartened. This was a huge, beautiful plant. And I lost almost all of it. I did lose all of it, actually. I think the second last time I filmed this for you guys, it had one little tiny leaf coming up from the top of the soil. And I know that I got very excited about that because it was pretty much telling me that it's still alive and still hanging in there. So I kept watering it and kept an eye on it, and look at all the growth. I'm amazed and very happy. And I can't wait to see it get as full as it was when I bought it. So that's my other big thing that I wanted to show you all. The rest of my plants are needing some attention, but they're okay. They're hanging in there. Got a couple dead leaves I gotta cut off, but at any rate, they're doing okay. Everything's doing okay, thank goodness. My cistus is a little challenging. I'm not sure what to do about this plant. The leaves are getting chlorotic, and I don't know why. I've been keeping it watered and really tending to it and babying it, but I'm still having issues with it. So I might have to just pull it down and go through the whole thing and just see if I can see something that I can't see from here. And that's about it. I got my asparagus spring rye. That's going like a weed, and I have a few dead spots in there that got to be cleaned out. But other than that, everything else is growing pretty well. So that's my update for now. I'm going to be doing some repotting of things and some more propagation. So stay tuned and come on back. And I also have an exterior video that I want to bring to you of my porch and my snowball bush outside. So I'll be doing that shortly. Thank you all very much for coming. Thank you for hanging in there with me. And I hope to bring you more videos very soon. Have a great day. Bye now.